Child, this shit is crazy, boy. With Corey Holcomb. And I'm like, did they try to set Corey Holcomb up to get bodied? Think about this whole thing that just went on. The video came out of him hitting that girl. He was talking about this like a year ago when it first happened. So this is not a new situation. This is old news. Everybody that watches Corey Holcomb knows about the situation. But we didn't know there was a video. So they've been sitting on this video for all this time, whoever had it. They send the boy Anton Daniels up there to go onto the show. Knowing what they know about Corey from this video, knowing that, they're like, "Or if you provoke this joker enough, he'll snap out. He can't control himself." Let me just say too, Corey Holcomb putting his hands on that girl was a very, very careless and a very dumb move. There's no way he should have let that girl get the best of him that much where he had to physically react. And it's even worse that it's not a girl. Don't take this wrong. I ain't saying you're supposed to. I'm not saying it's cool to ever hit a chick you messing with. Now don't jump. But what I'm saying is, it would make more sense if it's somebody that you're messing with. You know what I'm saying? And let's be goddamn honest. Some people people are turned on to that type of shit. Some bitches like to be slapped up. I ain't saying it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like people act. So, but that's a whole different thing. But if you think about it, look, like I said, he should. That was dumb of him doing that. He made a huge mistake doing that. But they sent Anton Daniels up there. Let's picture this. They sent Anton Daniels up there knowing that Corey Holcomb is impulsive and can't control himself, obviously. So, and Anton Daniels came up there with a bodyguard, with security. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I ever heard anybody go up there with security. Even like a couple famous people that went up there, maybe they had security tucked away or something, of course, but it wasn't like a thing where it was like. So was this dude trying to provoke Corey Holcomb to put his hands on him? Then the security can jump in, body Corey Holcomb. Shout out to 3X Uno, the Quiet Storm. What's good? To body Corey Holcomb. You know what I'm saying? And then they was going to release this. After that happened, they was probably going to release this video the day after Corey Holcomb would have got killed as part of the, you know what I'm saying, the smear campaign, so then everybody can just overlook it and be like, "Oh, see, he's out here beating up chicks. He deserved to be killed." Because you know how people are, you know what I'm saying? Same thing with Diddy. So was that what they was trying to do with Corey Holcomb? Because it's very weird that this video comes out now. This is not a news. This is about a year old, if not more. It's around a year old. He was talking about this and he was going to court for it. This shit is shady, man. There's something to this. This ain't Anton Daniels just coming along all of a sudden and him paying money for this video to come out. Because you got to think, this is surveillance of a place where Corey Holcomb performs at a lot. I think it's called the Laugh Factory or something like that. So Corey Holcomb's probably cool with these people. You know what I'm saying? So for them to leak that video now, unless maybe they try to extort him, try to get some money from him, he didn't. It could be something like that, but it's just real weird that it would come out now. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they act like they didn't have it, because when this case was going on, if the police approached that establishment and they were saying they didn't have video of it, now they're going to be liable for lying to the police because you got video of this shit, you didn't turn it in. Because they would have definitely used this in the lawsuit when the girl was trying to sue him and stuff like that. I'm not sure what the outcome of that lawsuit was. You know what I mean? Or maybe what Corey was talking about the dude's daughter, maybe whoever had that footage was so turned off by it, he was like, you know what? It's time to take him down. You know what I mean? And you heard me say plenty of times on here going years back, I was up on Corey Holcomb before a lot of people even knew about Corey Holcomb from years ago from his stand-up. He always been one of my favorite comedians since the first time I seen him. But I'm not going to sit here and say, but that was my daughter. Some joker driving a car, but it wasn't her. I'm not going to sit here and say that I think that I'm never for that part of the like all the people beefing and then you bring kids into it and shit. I can't respect that from nobody. I don't care who. We see we heard people come on here and say some drastic, disgusting things about people's kids, and I can't get with that, no matter who it's from. Like, it's just too much. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely didn't think that was cool that Corey Holcomb put the dude's daughter up, regardless of what they're going through. That's just out of bounds. You know what I mean? Like a minor, even if she's not a minor, it's just kind of too out of pocket for me to like. You know what I'm saying? I can't cheer on some shit like that. That's a little bit too trifling for me. You know what I'm saying? But maybe somebody was so bothered by that. I'm feeling like this shit was a setup. Whoever had this footage had it. They sent that boy up there, Anton, to do what he's supposed to do. Corey Holcomb didn't react. Darlene got into his ears. It seemed like Darlene said something into his ear that made him think. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she said something like, "Yo, they're trying to set you up. The security over here, he looks weird. They probably brought him up here to do something to you. This is probably set up to do this." You know what I'm saying? And this dude Anton, he come out here a couple hours after Corey Holcomb's show with his daughter and stuff, talking about his daughter in therapy. Dude, enough time hasn't even passed for her to have went to no goddamn therapy. That's why I said in the first video I did about this, I can't stand this Anton. Did I say Anton Daniels? Yeah, Anton Daniels his name is, right? Anton. I can't stand a joker like this, man. Report my motherfucking stomach. I can't. People like that, I just fucking can't deal with them. Narcissistic ass, always the fucking victim, call shit, and then you want to be the victim. You know what I'm saying? Making all them videos, talking all that big bag, tough Willie shit after the fact, knowing you ain't built like that. You know what I mean? If you was built like that, you would know that shit can get like that. You know what I mean? Like I told the story a couple times about my situation. When they tried to kill me, they almost shot my daughter and my mom and my kid's mom, shooting me when I got shot. These niggas don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? When the shit's really that serious, the shit is fucking serious. Like you should already know before you even go and jump into the goddamn field with people what could happen. You know what I'm saying? And this is not that type of situation, but even just on the shit talking level, he talking about he was studying Corey Holcomb. But Joker, if you were studying Corey Holcomb, you would know, like I know, Corey Holcomb will go to the lowest extent of the. Corey Holcomb will go to the lowest low you can possibly go. There is no lower than low you can. And that's one of the reasons why I like Corey Holcomb's comedy so much, because yeah, I'm a dark person. You know what I'm saying? I say that I'm a dark individual. I like dark comedy. That's why Louis C.K. I fuck with Louis C.K. He's probably my favorite comedian. You know what I'm saying? He says some dark shit. I can't say I agree. Every single thing that comes out of his mouth is like I fuck with it. But for the most part, I like dark comedy. I'm a dark individual. You know what I'm saying? It don't gotta mean I'm a bad individual, but let's just put it this way. I like dark comedy. Put it that way. You know what I'm saying? So if you studying Corey Holcomb like you claim you were studying Corey Holcomb, this Anton, then you would know Corey Holcomb will go out here and talk about your mom, your daughter, your dad, your kids, abort your daughter. He'll say some crazy shit, and Anton Daniels should have already knew that shit. Corey Holcomb come out and say that, and all of a sudden Anton Daniels turned into a big. Already said he was a big old juicy Negro. You know what I'm saying? So he just turned into a bigger, juicier Negro. And Corey Holcomb said that. Now he's out here all broken up and like I said, to be clear, I don't condone the thing. That's not something I would do. I wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? Talk about somebody's daughter like that. But like I said, these jokers tried to kill me. They almost shot my kid, my mom, and my kid's mom. I only got one kid. At that time, I only had my one daughter, and I'm my mom's only child. Jokers could have wiped my whole generation out right there when they shot me. You know what I'm saying? And everybody was standing right next to me when I got shot. They let off about 6-7 shots, I think, whatever. What they hit me twice, they could have easily hit my daughter or my daughter's mom or my mom. You know what I'm saying? So when you out here playing with people, you got to know how. That's why I always say, like I said before, people think they know what beef is. You don't know what beef is until you lose beef. Until you're on the losing side of some beef, you don't really know what beef is, man. I mean, if you really lost beef, really for real, you'd be dead. So if you survived beef, but it didn't turn out the way that in your favor, then you know. If you ain't never been in that type of situation, you don't even know what real beef is about. If you went out here and you was the winner every time, you know what that part of beef's about. You came out here, you did your thing, you clapped niggas, you laid somebody down, da-da-da-da-da. You know what that side's about, but when shit gets thick, if you ain't never experienced that part of beef, you don't even know what beef is really about, for real, for real. Trust me, niggas had to wake me up. There was a time when I thought I was the fucking toughest person in the goddamn America. Jokers woke me up, you know what I'm saying? I barely escaped with my life multiple times. Last time they tried to body me, they tried to body me in broad day, jumped out the whip. I just happened to look up at the, just happened to look in my rearview mirror. Saw these niggas, I actually seen them before they came up, but they had afros on. You know what I'm saying? They had some fake, they had wigs and shit on. Either wigs or, I know like a couple of them had braids, maybe they had their braids out, but whatever it was, these niggas had afros on. So I just happened to look at that car because I'm going through shit at that time. So I'm on point anyway, looking around constantly nonstop. Happened to see these jokers and kind of looked right by me. He was looking like some old church niggas in this van they was in, this minivan. Got around the corner. Something said, look in the rearview mirror. I just happened to look up. And as soon as I looked up, the joker was getting out the car. This time they was like, when they shot me from inside the car. You know what I'm saying? From like a little bit away. They was on the street. I was standing on the sidewalk. And niggas shot at me just outside the car before, like standing up. But this particular time, they was like, no, they try to really finish the job. It was broad daylight. This is what I'm saying. You don't know what real beef is until you beefing with some niggas that don't care about the law and they don't care about dying themselves. That's how you know you in the middle of some real goddamn beef. You know what I'm saying? That's when shit is real. Like if you ain't experienced no shit like that before, you ain't even really been in no real beef. You know what I mean? Yeah, Keith says, yeah, facts. And for once, it's weird how that footage came out. That's what I'm saying, a timely ass manner. But like I said, if you ain't never had niggas trying to kill you who don't give a fuck about dying or going to jail, you ain't really had real beef before. Niggas woke me up. You know what I'm saying? Jokers had to wake me up. I was on my shit for years when I was younger. Been through a lot of shit. When you win, you feel like you're invincible. Niggas can't touch you. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't want it with you when you're winning. You think you're the shit. Until niggas show you, look, you're not the only person out here. We'll lay you the fuck down, dude. Like, we ain't playing with you. And that's how shit be happening, man. I damn near lost my leg after that. My shit got infected. I got a bullet in my leg still now. I had 2 bullets in me. That one got infected. They had to cut it out my leg. I had to get immediate surgery. No Novocaine, no numbing. Dudes, I seen this fucking, I had to go to a surgeon out of state. It wasn't even like no real doctor's office, but when he saw my leg, he said, dude, I gotta open your leg up now or you're gonna lose your leg. Cut my leg open, come to find out, a whole bunch of my fucking jeans was inside my leg, like my actual pants, because the one bullet that hit me hit the ground first and ricocheted, got rigid and cut my pants off and went inside my leg. But you can't see that after you get shot. It's a fresh wound. You just see like the scab there. So nobody knew all these jeans were inside my, anyway, days later, shit got infected and motherfucking almost lost my goddamn leg. I was up in fucking Connecticut somewhere at the Mohegan Sun Casino, and I just won like $400. I was feeling myself. Looked down, my fucking leg was oozing motherfucking pus and blood, and was double the size of my other leg. I looked down like, what the fuck? My whole sock and everything was filled with pink ooze. It was blood mixed with pus. This shit out here is not a game, man. Like, that's why. Leave people the fuck alone, for real. Leave people alone, man, because you just never know. Like I said, until your ass is on the losing side of some beef, you don't even really know what real beef is. Trust what I tell you. If you out here, you busting your gun and you laying niggas, and then when you getting money, the other thing I realized I learned, this is when I was young, so all this shit happens fucking 20 years ago. But if you got money coming in, any kind of money, illegal money, you got it, whatever it is, money and beef don't mix. If you make money and you got business to take care of, you don't want to be involved in no goddamn beef. Beef is an ultimate motherfucking fuck up. It's an ultimate I can't think of the word I'm trying to think. It fucks money up. You know what I'm saying? The amount of money I had to put in just moving around after these niggas try to kill me. It was a whole team of niggas trying to kill me. You know what I'm saying? I done bit off more than I can motherfucking chew. That's what happened to me. Like, I thought I was the shit. And then at some point, niggas get tired of you. They say, look, if you can't get them one-on-one or how this is going, how it's been, niggas will form on you if it comes down to that. And when shit gets that serious, the fucking world will shrink on you. You know what I'm saying? The world will shrink. The world gets real small when niggas is on you like that. The world shrinks. That's what I'm telling you. And you can't do shit, especially if you're making illegal money. If you in the streets, you can forget about it, because every time you go out, you know there's going to be gunshots around you. There's going to be bullets flying at you, at least. If nothing else, the bullets going to be coming at you every time you step, especially where I'm from, a small town like where I'm from. I'm from a small city when this shit was going on. I'm talking about a city 4 square miles. You know what I'm saying? So where I'm from, it's not the craziest, worst place in the world, but when shit is fucking up, it's up, because you got nowhere to motherfucking go unless you just leave the area, leave town or something like that. You can't exist around there. The police know something's going on. When they tried to kill me that day in broad daylight, they shot my whip up. I went and parked, but I was like by my mom's house, but not exactly right there at my mom's house. The car wasn't right there, but they knew to go to the area. They know who you are. They know everything about you. They what do you call it? Not circle. I can't think of it. They perimeter thing. The area found my shit, towed my shit. You know what I'm saying? I had like 2-3 cars at the time, and there always kept a rental car too. You can't do nothing. After that, you think you want to run around busting moves, making sales, and do whatever you're doing. Like, everything you do now, you're being watched. You can't do shit. Now, if you got a regular job, you damn sure can't go to a regular job, because now jokers know exactly where you are, when you're coming or going. You be a goddamn dummy to go to work after that if you got beef like that. So at the end of the day, shit is not productive, man. It's beef. Don't let these niggas on the internet, on YouTube, all this beef. Don't let this shit fool you. I know it'd be tempted like sometimes, because, and that's the thing. That's how they get you. They pay. This is how they pay good for niggas, for jokers on the internet beefing. That shit makes money because that's what they want. You go out here and say a little something about somebody, like, oh shit, my views done went up. Now if you got a monetized channel, now you're gonna make a couple dollars. Next thing you know, you're constantly beefing with somebody, and that is just not cool. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. I went off on a little tangent talking about this situation, but I think they tried to set Corey Holcomb up, yo. I think they sent Anton Daniels up there to set him up. I think the plan was they were supposed to. They planned on Corey Holcomb reacting up there, whether it was going to be inside the studio or outside the studio. Whether they went outside, like he could just come outside, like dude said to him. And once Corey Holcomb would have put his hands on him, his bodyguard, the security that dude had there with him, was going to shoot Corey Holcomb. I'm almost sure of that. And then after that, the next day they was going to put this tape out of him hitting this girl. Cause that's why they've been holding on to this tape. They've been holding on to this tape of Corey putting his hands on his female for a reason. You know what I'm saying? They was holding this shit for a reason. So whether it was just they was trying to take advantage of the opportunity that came with Anton Daniels that popped up, or if Anton Daniels was actually sent up there. I'm thinking he was probably sent there, because you can tell he's probably a fucking agent of some sort, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Probably sent this joker up there to provoke Corey Holcomb. Because you gotta understand, these people at this level, these feds and all these, they operate from a psychological standpoint. So knowing what they know about Corey Holcomb, because not only does he say the stuff he says, not only is his comedy the way it is, he said the shit he says, then he hit that girl. So if you thought it was all funny, if you thought it was just a character before, by him hitting that girl in front of all them people, now they're saying, no, this ain't a character, he's for real, this is really who he is. So they're psychologically, when they putting this operation together, they're saying, all right, we send somebody up there to provoke him, and we know how much he hates the LGBTQ stuff. If we send somebody up there to provoke him, this would be the perfect way to provoke him. Say something like that about him, the LGBTQ stuff, but that's going to set him off. And they were counting on him flipping out and putting his hands on that boy so they could have killed him. That's what I'm thinking, man. Like, for real. It's too convenient. All this stuff is too convenient, how this tape came out. And now that he didn't do that, now they're like, fuck it, we're going to just try to take him down with the tape like they did with Diddy. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about canceling somebody, he's not going to be canceled as far as like the audience, people that like him and watch him. That stuff like that make you like people. That people make people that are already into stuff like that and like you for the reason they like you. They might like you more now because of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's not going to his next 5150 show is probably going to have the most goddamn views it ever had. You know what I'm saying? And hit the goddamn like button. Hit the like. So Anton definitely kept trying to set Corey. Yeah, I think he definitely was trying to set him up. Yeah, he said, come outside. Very convenient. Hell yeah, very fucking convenient. So dang. He said, do I got diabetes? No, I ain't got no. Hopefully I ain't got no goddamn diabetes. So that's how my dad died from diabetes. Like a whole bunch of people in my family died from diabetes. Like 15, 20 people in my family died from diabetes. And I think one of my brothers got diabetes. My dad's son, is my half brother. Diabetes is rampant in my family. But yeah, man, this shit, I'm telling you, it's spooky. And then, like I said, the only way you can really cancel somebody nowadays, they can get canceled, is if the actual platforms deplatform you. That's the only way you can. If somebody's not getting deplatformed, or if there's not a court case involved, you can't really cancel somebody. Not in this day and time, because we're in a world where the most worst, weirdest, shockingest stuff is the best. You know what I'm saying? Is people like that. Even for people that don't like Corey Holcomb or not, don't support hitting female, now they're going to watch just because it's entertainment. At this point, it's like they want to see the train wreck. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's probably why they put that out, to try to just put, and they probably still going to keep coming after him. It probably ain't over with. But that's what I'm thinking, man. I got to get up out of here. I got more shit I do want to say and could say, but I got something I got to do real quick. They finally let me get a couple people up in the goddamn chat, in the goddamn building. But let me get up out of here, man. I'm going to come back, though. Says, hold on, your thoughts on Corey's response to... Yeah, I said that already about his daughter. I can't support that. I'm not with that. The beef. I don't believe in bringing somebody's kids into that. You know what I'm saying? Now, if they come at your kids first, then that's different. But other than that, I would. That's not something that I would do. You know what I'm saying? That's not my cup of tea. And hit the like button. God damn, show a joker a little bit of love for once. God damn. Hit the like button. Don't cost nothing to hit the button. And yeah, I made that shit up. All kind of people be saying that shit now. I made that shit up years ago. I can bring the proof up from even my last channel that got deleted. But even on this channel from fucking 4, 5, 3, 6 years ago, I can bring that. I've been saying that. If you don't cost you nothing, hit the goddamn button. If you don't, you just fronting the motherfucker, stunting, and you ain't doing nothing. I've been saying that for years. But yeah, that's about it, man. Shout out to everybody that came through. Hit the goddamn like button if you can find it in your motherfucking cold heart to do so. But let me get up out of here. I'm gonna come back probably and talk more about this, because I'm like one of the first. I seen this shit. I was at work like 3 in the fucking morning. Happened to look at with the video of them hitting. I'm like the fucking second, third person that made a video about this shit. Actually, if you my last video, I'm like the first joker, the third or something that put a video up about this shit. The actual regular video was out. I'm only like the second or third person I seen do a commentary about it. You know what I'm saying? But of course, my shit is shadow banned. So if my shit wasn't shadow banned, that shit would have went viral on my last video, because nobody else was talking about it. I seen this shit the minute it came out, like fucking 2 in the morning. But that's about it, man. Shout out to everybody that came through.